Greetings. This is Escape from Trucking. You to be able to see me, at least a little bit. I still need to be able to see the road. So, welcome. I'm driving to work as we speak, and I don't dress like this at work. It's just that. Hold on. This is another disclaimer. I don't actually dress like this at work, but I don't want to be wearing my work's t-shirt on YouTube. I don't want anyone to construe that I may be representing the company I work for in doing these videos, because I'm not. So that's the story behind that. Today I wanted to I've been at home now. I've been doing local truck driving for the last year. I've been at the same job for the last year. And I wanted to review that. Not review this specific job, because I don't want to do that. I just want to give a review of... I thought about this beforehand. I want to give a review of home daily trucking, local trucking in general after 1 year, and share some of my thoughts, the pros, the cons, while I'm on my way to work. And I'll start with the pros. Now, I mean, this is Escape from Truck. This is the Escape from Trucking channel, so you know, a little bit about me. This is a video channel that highlights and chronicles and journals my attempt to transition out of the trucking industry. And I've been a veteran trucker for over 6 years now. So that gives you a little bit of background about me. I'll start with the pros about local trucking. Health-wise, I'm a lot better off than I was over the road. I'm able to work out every day. I'm able to be out in the sunshine for at least a little bit of time every day. I have an exercise regimen that I've been doing, and actually, speaking of which, today I came into the dentist and they took my blood pressure, and it was 125/83, which is, I mean, just about normal. Imagine that. The food I eat is a lot better quality, and you can thank my mother for that. For the most part, I do prepare one meal for myself a day, and I'm able to look over and regulate the stuff I eat a lot better, what I put in my body a lot better than what I did over the road. And I'm also able to go to doctors, and I mean, okay, I went to the dentist today, and it was no big deal. The dentist lives 3 or 4 blocks away from me. It was easy. Wasn't even a problem. When I was over the road, getting to the doctor and dentist was kind of a hassle. Not gonna lie, it was kind of a hassle. So I'm better off in that respect. I think mentally I'm probably a bit better off too. I see my dogs, I see my family every day. I'm in my own bed every night. I have a nice house that I live in, and it's good, and I live pretty comfortably. Like I've said, I'm not gonna. I'll tell you, I make about $60,000 a year. All right, and that is, money-wise, it's a lot less than what I made over the road, but it's still enough to afford me a comfortable living. That's a different video. I'd say overall, I'm quite a bit better off home daily, local. But here the challenges of it. And this is what I really wanted to get to. The work, when you go off OTR and in home daily, you work a lot more. The work is a lot harder, and the labor dynamic is very different. When you're OTR, all you have to do is make a phone call. And if you're OTR and you have a couple years experience and a clean driving record, which you should have, and you don't have a criminal record or anything, I can just call whatever company. And they call me back and boom, there's orientation. Local trucking, not really. There's a lot more competition for these local jobs, these local trucking jobs. I don't really think I was ready for that, to be quite honest. And also, I have to work a lot harder. And I have to be a better trucker. Like, I have to be a lot better. I have to work a lot harder than I ever did OTR. And I think if you want to be in this job market, in this medium-sized city in East Texas, Tyler, Texas, that's where I live. In this city in East Texas, you have to have, and it's probably like this in most other places too, you have to have, it's like trucking plus one other skill. You have to be able to do something else in addition to trucking if you want to make it locally. And what do I mean by that? Well, most of these local jobs aren't just trucking. They involve some other form of labor, whether that be delivery, like hand delivery, or unpacking the truck, or like hand delivery, like a Cisco Systems or a Ben E. Keith, where you gotta unload the food at restaurants and places, or just any old delivery, where you have to do like partial unloads and stuff, or like flatbedding. I never did I'm not a flatbed person. Flatbedding, being able to use a forklift to work the docks, use a forklift in addition to trucking. A lot of the LTL pickup and delivery places are like that here. I see a bunch of on these state highways. I see a bunch of these day cab trucks that are flatbeds with a forklift attached to it. You got to have a forklift. I'm forklift certified, but it's been a long time. Or fuel hauling. You need a hazmat. The fuel hauling guys need a hazmat and tanker, and I got fired from fuel hauling. I'm not afraid to tell you. I'll tell you, that's in a different video too. I got fired from fuel hauling. That didn't work out for me. That required a skill set that I didn't have, apparently. Well, what else? What other stuff is there? Well, there's there's a myriad of other things. A lot of these local jobs, you need a dump truck, belly dump, cement mixing. Well, you really have to kind of be a gearhead around here to make it locally, and I'm not. I'm really not, and I have struggled. I've struggled. And the thing I'm finding is that the less hard that skill is, that extra skill is for local around here, the more likely you are to be driving graveyard shift. A lot of these jobs, I think it was Trucker Brown that said this, a lot of these local jobs require you to be just perennially driving the graveyard shift. And I'm driving graveyard shift, if you haven't noticed. I'm going to work and it's 9:45 p.m. Do I like it? No. No, I don't. It has taken a pound of flesh out of me, and it has affected my health. I think I'm still probably in better condition than I was, but it's still affecting my health. It's affecting my mental health. I can't have any real social life. I can't. Like, bro, I can't. And I'm tired all the time. All the fucking time I'm tired. And I feel like I can't get out of it. I feel like any of the other stuff I would try to do, whether that be... Well, let me back that up a little bit. I promised myself the last time I came off the road, because I tried to do this transition once of fuel hauling, it didn't work. So then I went back over the road to buy myself some time and kind of think about it. Then about 10 months later, I found this job here. And I promised myself I'd never go back over the road ever again. I'm not doing it. I've made my money. I put in my time. I'm not going back. I see so many of these other that don't budget. They don't plan their money. They get complacent. They get lifestyle creep. And, oh, what do you know? I got to go back over the road. That sucks. I don't want to suck. I promised myself I'd never go back over the road ever again. And I won't. But this is still a challenge. Like, it's taken the peace out of me. And I don't reasonably feel like I'm ever going to get out of this graveyard shift fucking trucking. That rhymes. So that's why I started this YouTube channel, to escape from trucking. But here I am. I'm still at this job 1 year later. I think I may have had this channel now for about 6 months. And I've gotten good at this job. Yep. I've gotten good at it. I've gotten good at the converter dollies. I hook up doubles. I do doubles. That's the little special extra skill that I have here, that I've adapted to, that I've learned, and I'm actually not half bad at it. I'll never be the fastest guy out on the yard, but I'm good enough, and I'm pretty good. Let me tell you, I've learned the subtleties about backing a converter dolly into a rear trailer, and I dare say I'm darn good at it. Which feels good. Like, it's nice to, so there's all these bad things about it, but on the other hand, it feels good to be good at what I do for a change, as opposed to the fuel hauling job where I was just constantly struggling. I struggled at this job for a while too, probably the first 6 months, and I don't really know how close they were to, I know they were frustrated with me, with how slow I was. And I know they were frustrated with me, I don't think they were frustrated with the mistakes I made, because they were little mistakes. They weren't a big deal. But I know they were frustrated with me how slow I was. And how long it was taking me to figure out how to do this. Like, I guess they just think neurotypical people, they just figure stuff out like that. I don't know. And I'm just supposed to figure it out. 2 weeks. I'm supposed to be completely up to speed in 2 weeks. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. I don't rightly know exactly what the expectation was at this yard, but I got the distinct feeling that they felt I wasn't catching on fast enough. And I struggled for the first 6 months at this job too. It made me feel really worthless. It made me feel like there's no local job I can do around here, but I did learn this one, and I am good at it. And I've been at it for a year, and I'm not going to tell you exactly what my plans are, just on the off chance somebody knows who the hell this is and knows who my boss is. I dare say I like my job, and I'm good at it, and it affords me a comfortable living. To you, here, and